Welcome to another day in Subotica. So today I have come to the little park just near the centre. The park is just right opposite the palace, and I have come to the little cafe that is in the park, and they've got a very cute setup situation going on. So there's like little bean bags and little tables where you can, have your coffee underneath the trees in the shade, which is very nice. And I absolutely love being out in parks, so this cafe is just like perfect for me to start my morning. I got a cappuccino, of course I got a cappuccino, so I've just been enjoying this. It's really nice as well. All the cappuccinos are very nice so far that I've tried in Subotica. Very large glass of water as well, which the waiter brought out, and it was full of ice as well, which was definitely needed. So I'm just gonna show you on Google Maps where I am, what the park is called, because I'm not even sure what it's called, honestly. So the waiter was very nice. He told me some history about Serbia, sort of like some stories about, like the Serbian royal family, and there was some very interesting stories that he told me. Like there was a war about like Rakia and stuff, and it was very interesting because I love history, so I love learning about things like that. Okay, so my Google Maps has loaded now. Let me just show you what the park is called. Let's see, it's called Park. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that because I'm going to say it so wrong. Yeah, this is the park that I'm in now, and I'm sure this must be the cafe, what it's called, Pub 12. It is a pub as well because I saw somebody come out with a little takeaway beer, so it must be serving alcohol as well. They gave me a menu actually. Let's look at the menu. Yeah, they have some beer, they have some wine, things like that, and then coffee as well, which I got a cappuccino. Like I said, always need a cappuccino to start the day. We also have a little menu of special offers. Ooh, a tequila sunrise. Ooh, an Aperol spritz. That sounds really nice. Aperol spritz is $3.40. You get 5.40 Serbian dinar. Very nice. I have not had an Aperol spritz in a while actually, and I actually really enjoy an Aperol spritz. So the sun is like starting to go on me a little bit, like if I sit comfortably, but then if I sit back, the sun is like out of the way. The plan for today is basically to go to the ATM. So I'm going to head to the ATM, go check that out. Oops, my bill is flying away because it's a little bit windy for like a second. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to go to the ATM today, get some cash out, and then hopefully go check out the palace, which is just like right here, just right in front of this park. Hopefully go check that out. I'm getting a bit hungry as well, so go get some food. I honestly don't even know what I want. Is it bad that I kind of want a McDonald's? So I had a cheeseburger from McDonald's the other day, and it was so nice. And I haven't had McDonald's in honestly like 3 years, 2.5 years, and that cheeseburger like reminded me how good in like the worst way McDonald's is. So honestly, I'm kind of craving a McDonald's right now. I'm not gonna lie. I know it's not traditional, but your girl wants a McDonald's. But 100% I am going to head to the ATM, go check that out. So today is a Saturday, so I'm not really sure how many people will be out, but we will see. It has actually been not like super busy, but like the cafes can definitely get like quite full in the daytime. So yeah, I'm quite interested to see how a Saturday looks like in Subotica. This is my first Saturday. Oh, I almost forgot to mention, I went to the second-hand shop, which is by my house, because it's a Saturday and it was closing at like lunchtime, around 2 p.m. So I was thinking, like, let me go check it out, because I didn't want to miss the opportunity to check out the second-hand shop, because it's closed tomorrow, which is a Sunday. So I was like, let me go. And I found a little cute dress. It was far too hot for me to try it on there. I was like, I'm not trying it on. But it was only 70 pence or 100 Serbian dinar. So I was like, I'll just get it, and then even if I don't like it, it will be like fine for if I go to the beach or something and I want like a little cover up over my bikini while I'm walking to the beach, you know, like worst case scenario. But it is quite cute. I'll show you it now. So this is the little dress. I thought it was quite cute. I don't really like this situation that much, you know, when it's like this elastic band, but I thought it was just so cute. I'll see how this fits on me, because yeah, I'm not really a fan of like elastic bands, because I feel like they kind of dig into me in a weird way, because a lot of clothes like don't fit me like perfectly because I am quite short. So this like elastic band can like, you know, sit in a weird place because I am like shorter than the average person. So the average person, maybe this is like on the waist, but it might be a bit like higher on me or lower. So we'll see. I'll try it on when I get home. But I thought it was quite cute, and it's from Forever 21 as well, which, yeah, I used to love that brand when I was younger. We didn't have a Forever 21 in my hometown, but I remember when we would go like on day trips to bigger cities, I would always like go in Forever 21 and like love it. So yeah, I thought this was quite cute, and it was only 70 pence, and she gave me a little bag, so I'm going to be carrying around my little dress today. So yeah, this is the cafe situation. Very cute. I like it a lot. Very big cappuccino, which I like. A big mug of cappuccino, big water. And the park is just so nice. Very peaceful. I did actually have to move because I was sat over there, but then I looked down and there was loads and loads of like little ants. So I was like, let me get out the way of this like colony of ants before I get bitten. But yeah, I'm just going to enjoy the rest of my cappuccino. So I just left the cafe. Oh my goodness. So the sun like moved into my direction for honestly about 5 minutes, and I was like, just drank my cappuccino as fast as I could, because I was like, I am so hot, like I need to leave this sun like immediately. It's a very hot day today. It's 35 degrees. So, and it's honestly, it is quite humid today. I don't know if that's like true. I haven't actually checked, you know, like Google, but it feels like very humid. So I'm just gonna go get some food now because I'm feeling a bit hungry, and then yeah, just walk around, explore. So I'm gonna see if they have a sports drink. Yes, perfect. And they're in the fridge as well, so it'll be nice and cold. Which flavour do I want? Let's do this one. That door was super heavy. Got my sports drink. So now I'm just walking to the McDonald's, and even though it's not traditional, I'm trying to like, you know, justify it to myself that it's in a very cool, unique one-off to subotica building. So yeah, although it's not traditional, it's in a cool building. So let's head there now. I mean, maybe more people might come out as the day goes on, but it's quite quiet today. It's quite quiet. There's more people around on a weekday, maybe like the work in the centre. So yeah, maybe that's why more people are around in the centre on a weekday. But my god, this weather, help me. So I got my cheeseburger, got my small fries. It's quite busy in this McDonald's actually, so it's busy in the McDonald's on a Saturday. So yeah, I'm gonna eat this now. Very, very hungry. So I have just been to McDonald's. I'm just sat outside. So I've just come to sit outside for a little bit, get some fresh air. And I'm just like looking at the ATM because I can see it right there. And it's directly in the sunshine. So I'm just like hoping I can do it as quick as I can, as quick as possible. And then I can just be out of the sun because wow, it's a hot one today. And I feel like I always say that it's so hot, but just like forget all the times I've said it is hot, because actually now it is hot. Like 35 degrees is like, oof, like it's a hot one today. So yeah, let's go check out the ATM. Hopefully there's not a fee. So yeah, let's go to the ATM. Okay, I'm just walking to the ATM now, the Yetl ATM. Hopefully there's like a shop where you can go inside, but it doesn't look like it. It kind of looks like it's just a singular like ATM. I'm not sure, but I'll go check it out. Hopefully it's like contactless as well, so I don't have to put my card into the machine. Oh no, I think you can actually go in. Let me go check it out. Okay, I just went to the ATM and it did actually charge me 600 Serbian dinar to take it out. So I think that's about like £4.50, something like that. But yeah, I was expecting that, but at least I've got cash now, so that's good if I ever need cash, because I had like the tiniest amount of cash, you know, like in emergencies, but now like I've got some cash, which is good. And I'm just on my way to the palace because you need cash to go get a ticket and enter inside. I think the palace ticket is like 200 Serbian dinar, so yeah, I'll just go check it out now. I'm very excited to go see it, and it feels good knowing that I have some like physical cash as well, if there's ever like an emergency with like a card reader or anything like that. So this is it, the palace. Let's go get a ticket. Travel. Okay, got my ticket. This is the downstairs. Wow, look at the building. Very beautiful building. Very like creaky floors, old floors. I love it. Wow. So right now I'm just seeing like a gallery. $2025. So it's all very modern gallery, modern art on this floor. Okay. Wow, look at that. So this is a palace, so I'm guessing this was like somebody's house, like people were living here. Imagine if like this was like your bedroom, you had like your bed there, and then this was like your balcony. Wow. What's that noise? Some water. Wow, 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 wow. Beautiful. As you can see, like on the side of the building, how nice it is. All the chandeliers. So these are interesting. This must be like original to the palace, and then there's another one right here. Maybe it's like a ventilation thing, or it's a fire maybe. Very cool. This room is very gorgeous. Look at that. Beautiful. How the light comes in. Another beautiful window. So I just came out of the palace. Wow. Beautiful. Can't believe I got to go inside it, really. Just like to think on the first day when I saw it, I was like so blown away. by how beautiful it was, and then I got to go inside it, which is kind of crazy. So I've just come opposite the road in the park where I was earlier. That's the cafe that I went to earlier in the distance. I'm just going to sit on this bench. I have just come out of the palace. I'm sat in the garden of where I was this morning having my coffee. The coffee shop is just behind me. I really enjoyed looking around the palace. The interior was very, very beautiful. Just imagine what it was like back in its day, like how luxurious it was, like living there, like wow, and what like a gorgeous street to live on. So when you walk up the stairs of the palace, there is like some, oh my god, there's a wasp. Okay, it's gone. But when you walk up the stairs of the palace, there is some information about the palace itself. So what I learned from what was like the information on there was, so basically the man who built the palace was studying in Budapest, and then he came here and built some houses for people and some buildings in Subotica, and then he ended up building this palace which he lived in with his wife. He only lived in the palace for 3 years before he ended up becoming bankrupt, because basically he had like a lot of projects that were unfinished. Also, it seemed like he really spent a lot of money doing the palace. It was a lot to, you know, keep up with the costs of living there and running it. So it basically said that he rented out like the bottom floor for shops and stuff, but even then, like, he ended up going bankrupt. So the bank took over ownership of the palace. They ended up selling all of his like furniture, all of his belongings in an auction. So the bank sold everything, which makes sense to why there isn't any like furniture or like very, very little furniture in the palace now, because it was sold when he went bankrupt. Somebody ended up renting out the palace and then buying it, and then in World War II the palace ownership was taken over by the Nazi party who had invaded at that time. And then after World War II it was transformed into a gallery, which what it is today, yeah, it's a gallery now. So that's just like a little bit of history. And so like I said, all of his like possessions and everything were sold at an auction by the bank, but there was a clock left over that was part of his like extravagant furniture and stuff. A clock was left over. Also, I think a little painting that he drew himself was left over. I think it was what he drew or his daughter drew that was also left over in the palace. So yeah, that's just a little bit of history of the palace.